Celebrate Life. This is our weekly update from March 11th, 2024. And we had a testimony that we listened to by a lady named Victoria. And while her story was similar to many that we hear in our recovery and renewal program, the struggling with drugs and alcohol and having difficulties through her life and in her childhood, God pointed out to me a couple really important things, and it was obviously God because He allowed it to be used in our group time. So one thing in her story that she noted was the feeling of abandonment, how she was abandoned in a variety of ways. From actually infancy, she was abandoned and left in a trailer to be found. She was in foster care and adopted, and then the adopted father passed away. And just throughout her life, she had one session series after another of abandonment. And that question really led folks in our groups to deal with some of the ways they felt abandoned. And then she spoke about how many times words through her life that had been spoken over her was such a detriment. And it brought me to many scriptures that brings to us knowing how much our words can affect others and affect our own life. And we looked at Ephesians 4:29 through 30. It said, "Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers, and do not grieve the Holy Spirit of God." In Proverbs 21:23, "Whoever guards his mouth and tongue keeps his soul from troubles." And Psalm 141:3, "Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips." Many verses, much more. But just how important our words are, that we need to be more thoughtful. And I just ask the folks, did they realize how important their words are? And that they don't have to receive negative words that others speak over them. And that was very powerful and impactful. And as well, she shared about just how many times in her life God's presence showed up, and that God did for her what she couldn't do for herself. And she mentioned that a couple times, and that really impacted me, as well as she talked about a God-shaped hole that she tried to fill with everything in the world, and when she truly met God, how it was amazing to her that her life turned around and she was able to follow Him and really start to have the life that He intended for her. So I hope that something in that helped you, give you a little bit of pause to think and to pray and ask the Lord to help you deal with those issues. And I really, really hope that you would come here on a Monday night and experience the wonderful lessons, messages, testimonies, and then our group, as we go through it, men and women always meet separately, but how we go through and apply the things to our lives. We really want to be a place where there's healing and help and things that are very practical. So we invite you every Monday night at 6 o'clock, 148 6th Street here in Clymer. And we always have fellowship, and we have good coffee and snacks. And the fourth Monday of every month, actually, we have a meal. So next Monday, we will be having a meal on the 4th. So we are just so grateful that you listen and follow us, and we pray for you always in all that you do, and hope to see you soon.